what is going on, my YouTube people? 29 back here with another video, and in today's video, it's that time of the season again. We're going to be diving into football Twitter's most unpopular opinions. Before we get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of 2021, and like the video as well. If you guys want to get some mystery jerseys, make sure to hit up mysticjerseys.com and use code 29 for 15% off. Make sure to follow my Twitter, join my Discord, all that good stuff. All of that is going to be in the description down below. Now, without further ado, let's get started. So the first unpopular opinion comes from @Nabzil13, who says Canadian football sucks. Now, to be honest, if you live in Europe or in other continents, you might think so. But if I'm being completely honest, since I live in Canada, I can speak for it. It's growing. Football in Canada is 100% growing. The national team is getting better and better by day. The leagues are getting better. Now, the MLS has been in its best it has ever been, in my opinion. In the Canadian Premier League, which is a new league that has been implemented in Canada not long ago. And what's funny enough is that I actually know some people IRL that play in those leagues, so that's pretty insane. So it's definitely growing. Obviously, it's nowhere near as anything in Europe, but it's getting there, in my opinion. It's getting there. That's a good unpopular opinion. The second one comes from @MountXpire, one of my good friends, Tasha. She says Jamie Liveling is the best youngster in football. Now listen, Jamie Liveling is, after Kai Havertz, the best player in the world, period, in history. Okay, that's that. The next one comes from @AFCB Alejo. I think that's how you pronounce your name. Please let me know if I messed it up. He says Luis Diaz and Mehdi Taremi are currently the most productive duo in Europe. And I must say, although they are good, I wouldn't say they're the best duo. Off the top of my head, I can't even say one, to be completely honest with you, but they are definitely up there. Taremi has been absolutely killing it for Porto recently, and if you guys have been following my tweets on Twitter, you would know that I am not happy with his rating on FIFA 22. EA, I don't know what you guys are doing. That's terrible. 79 rating. You guys are out of your minds. The next one comes from @FCBRX, and he says it was never a top 6 in the Prem, just a top 5 plus Tottenham. Now it's a top 5 plus Leicester. And someone under that said such a shit opinion. I kind of agree, but I kind of disagree, because in those top 6, I'm presuming you're putting Arsenal in. If you're going to exclude Tottenham and Leicester City, I think it's fair enough to put Arsenal out as well. Sorry, Arsenal fans. You guys just haven't been that good recently. So I think Tottenham have been better than Arsenal in recent years. So I wouldn't say plus Tottenham. I would put Arsenal out there. Now, I'm not saying that to throw shit at Arsenal. But if you're going to go by that logic, the team that you should be putting out is Arsenal, not Tottenham or Leicester City. The next one comes from @BreeReform, who says Upamecano is overrated, Konate, Koundé, and De Ligt is better. And someone under that says, nah, this one is the worst, proves you don't watch the sport. I'm going to have to disagree here. Upamecano is not overrated. Maybe in the beginning of the year, he was overrated by some Bayern fans, but even then, he was dropping stinkers in preseason, let's be honest to ourselves. But since preseason, he's been absolutely fantastic. If anything, he's underrated, in my opinion. Upamecano is very, very good. A lot of people were laughing at him for the things he was doing in preseason, and look who's laughing now. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. The next one comes from @HallofMid, my good friend Jeremiah. He says, blur out the name, but a certain manager needs to consider his stance at the club. I support, because what the F. He supports Atletico Madrid. He's talking about Simeone. And I said that to him a couple of days ago. I feel like Simeone isn't the right man for Atletico Madrid anymore. Would you guys agree? Let me know in the comment section down below. I personally think his time should be up. He hasn't progressed in a long time. His football is absolutely boring to watch, especially in the Champions League. I think we all know Atletico Madrid is one of the most boring teams to watch. And with the potential they have, they can easily make it to, no, I wouldn't say the finals necessarily, but they could easily make it far in the Champions League. And I feel like with Simeone, it's not happening anymore. So I don't know. I don't watch Atletico Madrid that much. I'm basing it all of what I've seen from them. So I don't think Simeone is the man anymore for Atletico Madrid. The next one comes from @Dortmund's Yes, and she says Bayern Munich will never be able to replace Lewandowski. I agree and I disagree again. I'm not going to say that we're never going to have a great striker ever again. Maybe not as good as Lewandowski, but I think with the choice of strikers that we have in the Bundesliga or outside the Bundesliga, I'm thinking of Karim Adeyemi. He's probably the one we're going to sign. And I have high hopes in that guy. I think he's going to do very good if he comes to Bayern Munich. So I'm not saying he's necessarily going to be what Lewandowski is right now, but he can be close to it. But that's just a an opinion that time will tell. Really, I can't say anything. No one can really say anything about that. You never know. I know a lot of people were expecting or are expecting Erling Braut Haaland to come to Bayern Munich, and I would love that. But if he does, that'd be nice. The next one comes from @Migas1893, who says Mehdi Taremi is the top 10 striker in world football, which I agree. I've said it. For me, he's top 10, easily one of the top 10 strikers in the world. He's definitely one of the most underrated players out there. It's very unfortunate that he doesn't get enough recognition, because if he was from a big country like, England, Germany, and all that, he would get all the recognition, and that's for sure. Last but not least, this one comes from @BaileyInPain, and it goes as follows. Billy Gilmour is top 5 youngsters in the league, talking about the Premier League, and would be second best youngster in the Bundesliga. It's not a terrible opinion. I disagree with it, but I can see why you would say that. I personally think Billy Gilmour is not better than Jamal Musiala, is not better than Jude Bellingham, and is not better than Florian Wirtz. So those three, I believe, are better than Billy Gilmour. Outside that, I think Billy Gilmour tops it all off. I'm thinking of all the other youngsters out there. There are a couple, but Billy Gilmour is very good. I always rated Billy Gilmour. I think he's very talented. I think he's got a big future ahead of him. But I don't think he would be the second best youngster in the Bundesliga. I think Bellingham, Musiala, and Wirtz, all respectively, are better than Billy Gilmour. So that's going to be the end of today's video. I'm going to do this again in the future for sure. So if your question hasn't been included, do not worry. I will try my best to include it in the next one. If you guys are new again, please make sure to subscribe. I'm really close to 3,000 subscribers. Like the video if you haven't already. Join my socials. And I will see you guys in the next one.
Damn, I'm on red alert. Else you went up in the dirt, man. I don't wanna